Look at that, guys. We are back.
Another Big Mike, a Little Ant special. Another movie. This time, Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes. Let's get it.
All right, and another episode of Big Mike and Little Ant movie review.
Oh, yeah.
We're just coming out, as you can see, from watching Snake Eyes. Something we've really been anticipating seeing, and we're excited to see. So, of course, we want to give you our straight out of the theater review and what we thought about the movie. What do you think, bro?
All right, so when it first started, it was going good, and then I feel like it got worse as the movie went on.
Okay.
Like, I was more into it, and then I was like, once they revealed the plot and everything, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, but then it was, I don't know, it just wasn't holding me anymore, you know? Okay. I was like, it was good, but I feel like, because it's so much that I want out of it.
Yeah. I just did a spoiler-free review. By
yeah, it's spoiler-free, so it's all good. We won't spoil anything.
Well, he says, but he won't, because he's a G.I. Joe fan, but he's a little older, so he grew up with it more than even I did, stuff like that.
Yeah, so like the original, like I'm getting excited when characters was in there. I know you was probably like, yo, calm down. I was like, you know, but I feel like, I know it's an origin story, so I'm not going to be too rough on it because I think we got to see where it goes.
Right.
But I mean, it was decent.
All right. So I heard you. I'm with you. I felt like it got worse. I felt like it started out with this high, but then it got low, and then I felt like it maybe went a tad bit too long. I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't leave me like, wow, that was amazing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think it dragged it out. Like
it did, yeah.
And then here's what's weird though. Trailers are good, man, because in the trailer the action looked really good, but actually watching it, I felt like they would have like 30 guys come out, and you might see them fight like 5 guys, and then all of a sudden it's like they beat them all. I'm like, you really didn't show them beat them all, right? I felt like
the fight scene, the choreography, fight choreography you're talking about, was not great at all.
Yeah,
and I felt like sometimes they would cut away, but you but you would hear the swords, like
right,
but you're not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, hold up, it was like 30 guys, but I seen you fight like 5, but you beat them all.
Right.
I'm like, wait, you know, like I need you to show it all, and you can even speed it up, but I need it to look like you fought them all. Sometimes it was like again, like you said, now they choreographed it. It was like, you get the idea. It was like, I mean, I get the idea, but I want to, you know.
Yeah, the fight choreography. I thought the directing wasn't all that great for me personally. Something about the way he was on the camera during the fights, especially.
Right.
It just felt like he was trying to like trick you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. That's what I feel like we play camera tricks. They won't really realize they didn't fight all these guys or something like that. It was like weird. And from a movie like Snake Eyes, with the people that are in there and the martial arts, you would think it'd be better fight choreography.
I think that's what they had us thinking, because when we seen the trailer, I said, in the movies, I said this action looked like it's gonna be better than Quan Chi.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, they got to step it up. But then we actually see the actual movie. I was like, oh, that could have been better. Wow, I guess they just saved the really good scenes for the trailers.
All right, what do you think of the story then?
I think the cool thing with the story was it had a lot of layers, right? So if you get me an origin story, which I never had for G.I. Joe, right? For Snake Eyes, right? So what would I want to see? So it started off really good, right? But at the same time, you know, I know he has an adversary, so I'm like, okay, what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. How are they going to throw G.I. Joe in it, right? Because the Snake Eyes is G.I. Joe in it, blah, blah, blah. So I think it was decent, but again, as the movie went on, they added too much, I guess. It was like they wanted it to be real intricate. I feel like you went too deep, and it got a little corny with some of the stuff I won't say.
Yeah.
You know.
I felt like my problem was the part of the story which shows Snake Eyes' motivation. That's not a spoiler. I'm gonna say what motivation. They drug it out too long.
Yeah.
His motivation, I felt like, and I felt like it kind of got a little. You know what happened for me is that Snake Eyes is the title of the story, but I wasn't always rooting for Snake Eyes.
True.
And that's my problem. Without giving away spoilers, stuff like that. Obviously, I wasn't always rooting for him. So, and that's weird to me how they did this and whatnot. But you know, some of the characters from G.I. Joe I do know. I thought the roles were a little bit too small. I will say, and stuff like that. Some parts actually did surprise me. There's one person that I really like, which I won't say right now as well. But I think the writing could have been a little bit better, overall.
Yeah.
I will say.
I'll say this though. For his first movie, if it was good enough for me to watch another G.I. Joe Origins.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you know what? Obviously we're going to rate it.
Right.
But for me, I was like, you know what? If they came out with another, I don't know, Duke's Origin or Roadblock or Tunnel Rat or you name it. I mean, I go on and on.
Yeah.
But, I would
Everybody
be like,
except Sergeant Slaughter.
hey, listen, I want to see his
That's funny. I mean, for origin story, it was decent. I expected more.
Right.
If they came up with another one, I would watch it. If they're trying to build the universe, but I think they got to come a little bit better the next time. Overall, so I think if you did watch it, I think it's worth the watch.
Yeah.
But I think you might leave me a little bit disappointed.
And here's a weird way. In a weird way, if they come out with another Origin, I kind of don't want Snake Eyes to be in it. Like, I almost feel like, I don't know. Like,
I agree. Like the first had our movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like bring him in the next one, and then somehow tell me why he can't speak.
Yeah.
Because I kind of need that. That I'm not letting go of.
All right.
I can't let go of that. I get this was the origin, and I thought at the end of the movie maybe whatever, but I'm not gonna say anything. But you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. All right. Well, let's go ahead and rate it, man. We kind of gave a lot without giving a lot, so let's go ahead and what do you give it, man?
I'm gonna give it a 7 because I feel like as a fan of G.I. Joe, I was happy to get an origin.
Yeah.
I watched the very first when they made the Shannon Tatum G.I. Joe and The Rock and stuff, and I really wasn't that into it. I was just like, yo, come on. I guess maybe because they feel that The Rock was so popular, it made him like the star. I was like, yo,
the second movie,
what the hell? So, but I gave it a 7. I think it did enough to get me to be like, you know what? I was invested, but I take off those extra 3 points, 1 to 10, where I'm like, nah.
And since G.I. Joe, which I did, I watched some as a kid, but probably not as much as you because that was your main cartoon. So it doesn't have me in the lore as much. So just as a movie itself, I was going to rate this on. I'm going to give it a 6. It wasn't that great to me. It was okay. It was decent, a decent watch. Something I would have, honestly, I'm a movie person goer, but this could have been an in the crib movie, honestly.
No, you know what? If this wasn't G.I. Joe, then it'd have been like, it's a subpar action movie.
At best, right?
At best, it don't compete to a lot of action movies. So I'd have been like, but because it was G.I. Joe, and a couple times I'm like, oh my god, I get that extra point for the nostalgia for me. It was like, all right, that was cool.
All right, guys. Well, there you go. Those are our ratings. Those are our first thoughts coming out the theater, as you can see, for G.I. Joe. We'll be back on Sunday on our channel to do a Black Widow spoiler review.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's a little bit late, but we do got to dive into this movie. Talk about what we liked and disliked. We'll be back on Sunday. For that, I'm Big Mike.
And I'm Little Ant.
Out.